Hi, this is Richard Miles with Board Game Authority. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Forged Realms. Two-player strategy battle games can often be hit or miss. The good ones really shine, but the others might not reach mediocre status. A new contender to this genre of games is Forged Realms, which is currently live on Kickstarter. Thankfully, Forged Realms exceeded my expectations and delivered a solid experience, easily earning it a place on my worth it list. Forged Realms elicits all the feelings normally associated with two-player dueling games, but it condenses everything down into a short game that is accessible by anyone. And when I say condense, it does this in a good way. Nothing feels left out. And since there isn't a collectible aspect, players can't pay to win. To win, you'll have to rely on your skill. But I don't want to compare Forged Realms to other dueling games too much, as it really stands on its own with a fresh take on this classic genre. Each faction deck is pre-constructed, which means you can jump right into the game. I believe the Kickstarter campaign will feature 6 different factions, maybe 4, but I think there's 6. The typical good guy versus bad guy factions are represented, such as goblins that we have here. Take note, this is placeholder art. Obviously your art in the game will look more like this. So this is a prototype version. Here we have the goblins, and there's all manner of wicked goblins here. And over here we have knights, and the good guys. So bad guys versus good guys. There's also undead and the other typical factions that you would want to see in this type of game. To begin play, each player chooses a deck, shuffles it, takes 3 gems, sets their health to 15, and draws 7 cards. One of the unique things about Forged Realms is that the cards are played in ranks. Each round, the number of ranks grow until the maximum of 5 ranks, which is 5 turns, is reached. This means on the first round, you'll only be playing 1 creature card. On the third round, however, you'll be able to play up to 3 cards, plus your spells. Now, cards are placed face down. This is true for both creature cards and spell cards. Since you won't know what your opponent is going to play, this aspect really keeps you on your toes. After each player has played their face down cards, they will reveal them simultaneously. Creature cards have a speed value from 1 to 3. Here we see the Border Knight has a speed of 2, the Knight Squire has a speed of 2, and my Joris, the Knight Lord, has a speed of 1. You can see that by these little indicators up at the top of the cards. Faster cards do their damage first, directly to the player, which ticks down your health. If both creatures have the same speed, no damage is applied. Comparing speed and applying damage always takes place first. Some cards have when revealed effects, and that is indicated by this symbol here. So this says, when revealed, if you have a knight in play, draw 1 card and gain 1 health. It just so happens I have 2 knights in play, the Border Knight and the Knight Lord. And so these when revealed effects happen directly after speed damage is resolved. The when revealed effects are varied, but some examples include drawing more cards, dealing extra damage, gaining health, boosting other creature card stats, and so on. Spell cards can be played on their own. Behind creature cards are played on the creature row. When played on the creature row, the spell doesn't have a speed value, so if a creature was revealed by your opponent, it would deal damage to you. The spell's ability then triggers as if it had a when revealed text added to it. Some spells are one-shots, while others remain in play and have lasting effects. In later rounds, when there are multiple ranks and creatures on the table, after the new rank is revealed, the creatures and spells in the older ranks will activate and attack in order from newest to oldest rank. During this engagement step, the creatures will deal damage to each other based on their attack value and any other abilities they may have. If a creature suffers more damage than it has health, it is discarded from play. At the end of the round, you'll resolve any end of turn effects, and these all occur at the same time. Now, the timing rule is that the player or card that has multiple effects or abilities targeting it gets to decide the order of those effects. Play continues for 5 rounds unless the game is ended early due to health loss or running out of cards. Either of these conditions is cause for defeat. At the end of the 5th round, whoever has the most health wins. So what impressed me? Forged Realms is one of the better dueling games I've played. I really like the blind play aspect, as it makes the game exciting and adds a nice level of tension. The limited number of turns is great for those not wanting a long, drawn-out game. For those that want a bitter battle to the end, simply remove the 5-round rule and go at it. I'm also a fan of the pre-constructed deck aspect, as it makes Forged Realms readily accessible to anyone. The cards in each deck really work well together and have a lot of synergy. Here's just one example. Say you have a Knight of the Order in play, which has the keyword Armored. Let's say you also have a Tower Knight in play, which also has the keyword Armored. Then you reveal a Knight Squire, which has a Knight's Banner when revealed ability, that for each knight in play you draw 1 card and gain 1 health. Nice! So in this example you would gain 2 health and draw 2 cards. If you also have a Border Keep in play, at the end of the round you'll draw 1 card and gain 1 health since you have at least 1 knight in play. As your spell for this rank, if you played Knight's Codex, you'd be able to draw 2 cards, 1 for each knight you had in play. There are also spell cards such as Swift Repairs and Press the Fight that look for armored creatures. I really like that the decks allow for powerful combos. So what's my final verdict? Forged Realms is a legit contender to the 2-player dueling card game category. Fans of Magic the Gathering, the Marvel Versus system, Epic card game, and others in this genre will feel right at home with Forged Realms. With multiple factions to choose from, there's a ton of replayability. The pre-constructed nature means it's easy to jump right in and start playing the game. But the card abilities and how they work together creates a lot of strategy and depth for Forged Realm. I highly suggest you go check out the Kickstarter campaign for Forged Realm. If you're a fan of 2-player dueling games, you will not be let down. Thanks for watching. I've been Richard Miles with Board Game Authority. Please subscribe, check out my other reviews on BoardGameAuthority.com. And until next time, game on.